And that's a girl. Sometimes you just got to pull out the paperwork. And sometimes you got to learn not to mess with people when they got the paperwork on you. Want to talk about it? Here you go. Nessa girl, y'all wouldn't even let me sleep good. I was laying in the bed because I had went down to the bar with the Honda cars be last night. I was out there juking and jiving, baby. So I slept in today, baby. When I woke up, I had over 100 voicemails, 200 mentions on Twitter. My Instagram had them blowed up. I said, Lord, I hope they ain't shot another school. Lord, I hope another tsunami ain't hit Japan. Lord, I hope a hurricane ain't about to hit Miami. Lord, I hope an earthquake ain't hit Haiti. Child, or earthquake hit the damn internet, baby, because Tamika Scott done fucked up this thing. Okay, baby, she done dropped them damn receipts. Okay, people lie, but the paperwork don't. The paperwork don't. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into crisis management mode right now and go ahead and give Tasha the remedy to this whole situation right now. Stop. You see how I just froze like that, Tasha? You need to freeze. You just need to stop. All right? Game over. What Kenny Rogers say? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You got to know when to hold and when to fold. And at this point, it is game over. All right? Unless you and Rocky are going to come out and say, you know what? We were wrong. Here's the $30,000. Excuse me. And we want to be done with this. There is nothing left to say. All right. And Tasha, you have got to be more delusional than one of those MAGA Trump supporters. And I'm going to tell you why I am concerned about Tasha's mental health in this situation. And I learned this a long time ago. The worst thing you can ever say about somebody is that they are out of touch with reality, right? Like when you really sit on that and process what it means for somebody to be out of touch with reality, it is a sad state of affairs. Tasha, you are so out of touch with reality that across the last 10 days or so, you have gone on this interview tour on any and every platform that would entertain you and either throwing subtle shade at the girls, i.e., you did the panel when you said Joe wrote Softest Place on Earth, and Candy was in the booth for an hour, Tiny was in the booth for an hour, and then you just went in and killed the song. True story, it was true tea, but it came from a shady place. Then you did your rehearsed video where you were in the teleprompter talking about how, you didn't steal Tamika's money. Down to Monday night, you were on Fox Soul with the Queens with Cocktails talking about you didn't steal the girl money, but you'll give her $30,000. Baby, all of these things that you have done in an effort to clear your name have actually made you look worse. Because instead of you lying one time on the show and us as the viewing public being able to get over the one lie, now we've got all these documented places where you have gone and told this lie and your sister cleared it up with one video. And see, I had told Tamika long time ago, the only way to shut this shit down is to post the receipts. And I just don't understand. There's two things I don't understand. Number one, I don't understand in that opening scene why you would have pushed your sister to this level. All right. And then number two, knowing that you and your husband were guilty, knowing that the girl could still possibly have access to the receipts, I don't understand why you would push her to this level. Now, you gonna fuck around and the DA gonna pick this shit up. Trust and believe. So you and Rocky might want to sit tight. And then now, Rocky has conveniently manufactured this story that the record label used to send, get y'all checks confused, or whatever the case may be. And Tamika used to cash your checks and you used to cash her checks. And that's supposed to be his justification as to why a check with Tamika Scott on it is endorsed by Rocky Bibbins and is deposited into his account. But riddle me this then, Latocha. If that is the case, then why is it that Tamika's payment form is filled out in the exact same handwriting as your form? And see, I was so ready for the story to be, Rocky did this, you kind of knew about it, you didn't want to challenge your husband, you turned a blind eye, because we already see Rocky got his hand up your ass like a puppet. All right. I could have gotten behind that, okay, that Rocky is controlling you because you do look like you're under a spell. But the simple fact that your payment form and Tamika's payment form is in your handwriting, that means you filled out the form. Damn. It means you were in on the hustle. God damn. Ain't no ways around it. And Tamika, you better than I ever be, because I would have never forgiven it then, and I wouldn't be able to forgive it now. I don't know about y'all, but $30,000 is just a lot of money. I couldn't get past it. I'm going to tell you why I couldn't get past it. I am of the belief that for the most part, people do not change. All right. That is something that is deeply embedded in you. That's in your bone marrow. That's in your soul. That's in your DNA to even have the wherewithal to do something like this. All right. The second reason why I wouldn't be able to forgive it is because it's one thing for the check to have come in the mail to your house and you went to the bank and you cashed it, right? That's one thing. Still wrong as hell. It's a whole other thing when you've fabricated paperwork, forged paperwork, created email addresses. Like, y'all put together a whole scheme and not the one that Todd set up. Because the schemes that Todd set up, baby, don't get caught and don't land in the hands of the district attorney's office. But child, Tamika came to the internet, y'all, and she dropped them receipts. Now, there is so much to dissect in this video, right? And again, Tasha and Rocky, y'all are not smart, because Tamika says that she and the group mates got a long text message from an anonymous number, and then you went and did an interview saying some of the same bulleted points in the interview that were in the text message. So then, you know, it doesn't take Carmen Sandiego or Inspector Gadget to figure out where this came from. Now, I'm going to tell you, there were two things about the text message that bothered me the most. It was Tamika in the sex tape, trying to extort her with the sex tape. But I'm going to tell you the part of the text message that bothered me the most. It was and I got a video of Todd sucking a trans dick. Rocky child, my ass would have had the goddamn video before you did, okay? Like, you would have been better off saying you had a video of Todd messing around with another woman. You know what I'm saying? Even though we wouldn't have believed it under these circumstances, and we know you just trying to maim people, you overcorrected. So not only is he cheating with women, he cheating with a trans, and he's sucking a trans dick. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes it. And here's the thing. Drop the receipts. Tamika don't drop her receipts. So drop the receipts. Then she says, y'all threatened to release her sex tape. Let me tell you one thing, and why I'm so proud of Tamika. Tamika owned it. She didn't shy away from it, and she neutralized it. Now, here's the thing. She told the full story about how y'all came in possession of the sex tape. And the reality of the situation is, and why it was so clever, is because, okay, if the sex tape come out today or tomorrow, she'll experience a little embarrassment. Nobody wants to be landing low and spreading it wide for public consumption. But baby, the blowback, the damage that's going to forever do to you and Rocky, oh my God, it was so clever what she did. So do it then. Because you going to cut off your nose to spite your face if you do that. Releasing that sex tape is going to hurt you and Rocky far greater than it's going to hurt her. She already said she got one. She already said it was in her 20s. She already said you the only one in possession of it, and now it's quote unquote missing. So if you drop it, baby, you only harming yourself. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You drop that thing on her thinking it's a grenade, it's going to be an atomic bomb on your career and on your reputation. Now, Tamika, you about as stupid as they come, okay? Because I don't know why you would get a sex tape to your sister. I don't know why you wouldn't take it to your own house and put it in a safe, or better yet, put it in a safety deposit box somewhere. And Rocky and Latocha, y'all some nasty motherfuckers, because if one of my siblings told me this is my sex tape, God knows I wouldn't watch it. Who the hell want to see their siblings naked? Better yet, in the act of having sex. And I'm going to tell you something else that's low down. You now want to get on here. I mean, the lengths that y'all will go to. You now want to get on here and flip the narrative and try to make Tamika seem low down, like she was coming on to you, sending you naked pictures of herself. Rocky, don't nobody want you. Get along, Tamika, and she already let that be known. You took my social security number, you called Sprint, you pretended like you were my ex, and you got into my phone and got my data. And we believe every single word. We believe every single word. Now, Tamika, you gonna have to get back on the internet, and you gonna have to let us know why Rocky did that. Like, what was his motive behind doing that? Because that was messy, and we need the full story as to why he wanted to get into your phone. So now, Rocky and Latocha are in possession, once again, of nude photos and videos of Tamika as her brother-in-law. Why would you even want to see that? And then to go to those levels to try to extort her. And here's the thing. We actually are not worried about Rocky and Latocha dropping that sex tape or leaking those videos. And you know why? Because Tamika's husband is the size of the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, okay? That man will beat the shit out of Rocky. And Rocky, we know you like to pull guns, because when Nikki Gilbert, her husband, was finna whoop your ass on the set of R&B Divas, you pulled the gun, and that's why they had to cease filming and they have security at all subsequent shoots, because you got into it with his ass. Rocky like to pull guns, all right? We not worried about that. Tamika's husband will beat the shit out of Rocky if them videos and them pictures make the light of day. Here's the thing. I just don't understand why y'all keep lying. And it would seem to me, Tasha, that your ass would be trying to contact Tasha K and do an interview with her to clear up what the fuck going on. You got bigger fish to fry, mama. Your husband is over here with all these women's over here down to the Tasha K. You need to be doing interviews concerning that. You need to pay your sister back her $30,000 and put this damn thing to rest. Now, the gospel deal. Tamika just dropping all the receipts. She let it be known, yes, Rocky was copied on the email, but it was y'all previous management that got y'all the gospel deal. And you showed out on that. Tasha, you just want to be solo so bad, and that is okay, baby. But the lengths to which you are going, and going back to my earlier statement about being out of touch with reality, I totally understand this reality TV show falling in your lap. I totally understand you and Rocky sitting at the kitchen table saying, all right, this is our big chance. We're going to leverage this TV show. We're going to do this. Boom. We're going to promote your solo project. We're going to promote you singing. We're going to promote this. But did y'all ever stop and strategize around like your image and how it is y'all are going about this, because I can assure you, you have done more damage to your reputation than Kelly Price did when she did R&B Divas. Kelly Price's reputation has never bounced back from R&B Divas. Don't nobody fuck with Kelly Price. And now, Latocha, you, like, don't nobody want it. Like, this has really put a very bad taste in people's mouth, and I'm going to tell you why. The way you went about it was wrong, and your intentions were not pure. Y'all, this is a learning lesson for everybody out there. When your intentions are not pure in the way you move, the shit will never materialize. God don't bless mess, and he don't cause stress. I told y'all that. And so now, you in the gospel arena, you're a thief, a proven thief. You are threatening to drop sexual images of somebody, and this is supposed to fly in the gospel arena. And see, I told Tamika what to do to neutralize y'all, which was to drop the receipts, right? Now, there is one way left that Tasha could win this situation. You ready for this chess move, Tasha? I'm finna give it to you, daughter. You ready for it, Rocky? I'm finna give it to you, nephew. If you bad as you say you is, if you bad as you say you is, and if you didn't do it, sue her. Sue her. Take your ass down to Fulton County Court today and sue her. Sue the dog fuck out of her. But you can't. Because you fuck around and file suit on Tamika, and you'll open up a can of legal worms on yourself. Because in the discovery process, it's going to come to light and on court record that y'all forced that girl stuff. If you didn't do it, sue her. And it's funny because I get the sense that Tamika did not pursue recouping her $30,000 because the only way to do that is to file fraud charges against your family member, and then your family member end up in jail. Y'all have already pushed her this far. And that's another reason, Tamika, why you ain't got to worry about your sex tape coming out. You ain't got to worry about it. You hold all the cards. Because at the point in which you are willing to stoop that low to damage my image by releasing my sex tape, one glove was off with this receipt. All gloves are off then. Y'all relationship is hanging on by this much. You drop her sex tape, she has nothing else left to lose, baby. Why not put y'all ass in jail? So drop it then. Rocky, I hope y'all do not react out of emotion. Go on ahead and drop it then. Release it. Matter of fact, send it to me. Funky.Neva at funky.neva.com. I post the shit. She gonna sue y'all, and y'all both gonna end up in jail. And that right there is how we know y'all ain't gonna drop it. And that's how we know y'all took that money. Because at the point in which your sister, if I was Latocha, and this person is going around damaging me, potentially putting my record deal in jeopardy, or whatever the case may be, I would sue them. But you can't sue somebody when you're wrong. Y'all got that girl money. At this point, just stop. Just stop. I can already tell that you and Rocky are not at a place in y'all's emotional maturity to own it and put it to bed. Because this really could be put to bed in 30 seconds. And this is what it looks like. Look, Tamika girl, listen, I'm not even at a place right now where we can talk about it. I'm still processing all of this. But I want you to know it happened. I'm sorry. and check your mailbox. We just put a check for $30,000 in the mailbox. And sis, when I'm ready to talk about this, we'll talk. That quick. You ain't got to down no sword. You ain't gotta be shamed and sit there and have no long drawn out conversation, because it's hard when you do something wrong. You gotta sit there and listen to it. Nobody wants to hear all of that, and y'all might not be at a place. All y'all gotta do is simply we don't even have, because we all know what happened. We all know what happened, so we ain't even gotta sit in and go back and forth and have no long drawn out apology. I look my sister in the eye and say, we know what happened. On behalf of me and Rocky, we sorry. We should have made this right a long time ago. Here go the check, and hopefully we can move on. That's the way you sweep it under the rug, and that's the way you move on. But y'all are so ornery and want to hold on to this lie so much that it's going to fuck up everything. And Tasha, you have got to get from up under Rocky's spell. You finally got what you wanted. Now you got it by hook or crook, and you got it in a way that's a little messy. But you finally got what you wanted, which was your solo deal. For it all to get fucked up in this money stealing stuff and this shit that you got going on in the media, I know Motown Gospel has got to be looking at you sideways. Do y'all know what it would look like if they said Shirley Caesar got caught stealing out of Macy's? Yolanda Adams got caught running out of her tab in Golden Corral. That's not a good alone in the room. No, she gonna be alone in the cell, trying to post bail. I'm so lost, and I don't know what to do. What if I choose the wrong thing to do? That's what y'all did, Tasha. Y'all chose the wrong thing to do. Your ass gonna end up alone in the cell singing that remix of that song I just did. Get that girl her money. And you said on Cocktails of Queens, you give her the $30,000. Tamika said, run her thing. She said, keep that energy. Run me my things. You said you was gonna give it. Run me my things. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? You got Miss Diane on there. Okay? And I love it. Because Miss Diane not being messy. Miss Diane just told what happened. And I love Miss Diane because Miss Diane said she loved Tasha. She loved everybody. She loved all the girls. Miss Diane didn't choose no sides. Miss Diane didn't say nothing disparaging about nobody. Miss Diane simply said that this was what happened. I called the people and set up the accounts for the girls. Me and Tamika, we didn't know where Tamika's check was at. Me and Tamika got on the phone with the man, and the man sent us this paperwork, and this what happened. Now, y'all do with the information what you want, but Miss Diane didn't take no sides. And you bet not send no anonymous text message to Miss Diane either, because that lady don't deserve nothing. She ain't got nothing to do with this, okay? She just simply laid out what the fuck was going on. I love the fact that Tamika, you know, she said, I lied on Candy. I told a bunch of lies on Candy in an effort to defend and support my sister. Okay? Now, here's the other thing that's shady, Tasha. She did that for you, just for you to now turn around and throw that in her face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she lied then, so she lying now. And again, I love Tamika and the way she handled this with so much style and grace, because she took back her power. And I always tell y'all, this is why I express to y'all, don't let no bitch spray you with your own tea. Don't let no bitch spray you with your own tea. That girl got on there and said, yes, I did lie. I lied. I told a whole bunch of lies. Now what? We know it. She owned it. We don't want to hear about it no more. She told us, yes, I got a sex tape. Yup. Just completely took all the steam out of it. We don't want to see that. Tamika, our girl. We rock with Tamika. We do not want to see her sex tape. We don't. And you know what? I love the fact that it's out there. Her and her husband are now prepared. Babe, I did it. It was in my 20s. It's out there. She already mentally prepared. It ain't no tea. And we the people, we gonna support her. But like I said, Tamika, you ain't got to worry about it dropping, because it's going to make them look worse. Did any hooping and hollering you doing and getting hit hard from the back with all that ass, bang a lang a lang a lang a lang? Don't worry about it, friend. Friend, it's gonna be fine, friend. And then, friend, if it do leak, we gonna look at it. We gonna look at it. We gonna talk about your ass for about 3 days, and then it's gonna be over. Look at Mimi Faust with that wolf pussy. Child, ain't nobody talking about Mimi Faust. If you Google Mimi Faust right now, that old hairy ass coochie don't even pop up on the internet no more. And that shower curtain she was swinging from like a banshee. Don't nobody care. Sex tapes is old. We all don't hunch on tape. Shit. I'm surprised none of mine ain't made the internet yet. Quiet as kept. No, I'm smart, honey. I fuck people who got. I don't, baby. Let me tell you one thing about me, baby. Let me tell you one thing about me. I don't make sex tapes with people who got less to lose than I do. Okay, honey. Only people who record me is my rich men's and my married men's, bitch. Okay, go ahead and leak it if you want to. Leak it if you want to. You don't do more goddamn damage to your reputation, to your job, and to your damn marriage than you is me. Okay. Now, if y'all fuck around and get hold of this phone, that's a whole other story. I'm be singing a whole other tune. Okay, I'm so glad child. I'm so glad you can't call the goddamn phone company now and get into somebody's damn phone, because what Rocky did was low down. And you know what? It's funny because, Rocky, you need to be very careful. You don't committed a whole lot of crimes. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, some people ain't teach me shit about pressing charges or how to file them. But bitch, I got bank fraud, forgery, breaking into somebody's phone. I don't know, is that breaking and entering or tampering? I mean, that's forgery as well, or identity theft, impersonating somebody. I mean, Rocky, you got about 5 or 6 charges, or whatever the case may be. Tasha, your hand right on that paper, like. I am dying now to know what Tasha and Rocky are going to say. Tasha, we need you to get on the internet now. I'm just dying to know what story y'all going to cook up about how Tamika payment form got your handwriting on it. And watch the story become, oh, she was living in New York. She, was going back and forth. So she wanted her mail and her business stuff to come to my house. That's how I filled out her payment form. I always filled out my sister forms and stuff. And we always had our checks come to one person because we was under the same management. You watch and see that's the damn half-baked ass story they gonna cook up, and we ain't buying it. We are not buying it. Again, and in closing, Rocky and Latocha, the only thing to do at this point is stop. It's just stop. And I'm gonna stop this right here, y'all. Bye.